everybody. Let me get the Zephyr, welcome Longshot, Jenny G. Welcome back to the Mystic Village Experience. Happy Saturday. Excuse me, gotta reduce that. There you go. Had a good baby shower. It's my sister's baby shower today, as you may know. Which is why I ended the stream earlier yesterday. But we do have a new guitar. I found some new plugins, you know. Companies are always releasing free dope plugins, and I'm looking for the best ones before I start spending money on plugins. But you know, spending money helps these companies make dope vibes. So it's a guitar sound, you know. Lately I've been inspired by these dope guitar vibes, which is super dope. Here's one, just two. This is the neon vinyl guitar from, let's see here. This is from Echo Soundworks. Welcome, Gary. We got Tiffany. Beautiful. We got Regina, Sister Cece, Sister D. We got Brother Huma in a hoo-ha. Thank you, your setup is nice. I play synthesizers and the hand pan. Beautiful. Yeah, I try to make this thing one of a kind so that you can't find it anywhere else. And, you know, that's kind of what is called originality, which can be an lost art form nowadays, you know. Don't do substance. Oh no, I'm not sponsored. I'm reluctant to be sponsored. Or, you know, I'm even reluctant to collab with people just because I've seen how it can turn out if the leader's not on the same page. Which is why a lot of healing is so trendy. I'll give you my honest opinion. If if it tops the flute. Okay, y'all ready for the new plugin here? Let's see here. Let me duplicate this. And then it's another, right, this. The new plugin, let's see, what is it called? I have to load Contact 8 to even use it. That's the great. It's called Desolate Fragment Guitar. Desolate Fragment. Let's see here. If it loads. There we go. See how it looks. Let me turn the tremolo off here. It's more electric guitar vibe. Welcome, Diane. We got Sister Grace. Now I can use the pedal on it. Actually, this would be good in the hologram microcosm if I turn the effects off here. Right, but then I can't talk. Here we go. As you can see, it's a bit more of a electric guitar style. Which it works. This works because it's so emotional. Because I found some electric guitar thing that I didn't resonate with, but this one is like there's some indie vibe to it. Which would be like Hello. Welcome. Zephyr says, my kids are watching you. It's soothing. Can you please say hello little Jacob, Abraham, David, and Zoe from Mexico. What's up? That actually works out really well. So shout out to us. Desolate guitar. That's what that's called. And but there's also another one called chime guitar plus vib arm. So not sure what that is, but we will look at it right now. I kind of like that. I don't want to mess with it, so let me just duplicate. Desolate guitar. Okay. This. Duplicate. And then we're gonna check out DESO, desolate. Okay. Then we got a chime guitar. Oh, here it is. It's a beauty. Do I want the tremolo? No tremolo, please. I say. Ooh, you can choose which amp you want to go out, A or B. So we're in the middle. That's A. Ooh. This one has a bit different. I think the middle is perfect. Okay, wherever they had it. And then they had different types of reverb called spring. How much spring do you want? So this is full spring. No spring. Okay, and then we have the effects. Oh, this is like reverb delay. Full reverb delay. Damn. No reverb. Oh, that's good for the microcosm. I was born in Thailand, but I live in America right now. In Texas. Thank you. Do you hear how much cleaner that is? Because I put in such a dry signal. Like it's a great. I should just call it microcosm guitar. You know, put the signal in dry. It comes out so clean. Thank you, Gary. Again, the reason, I do meditation music, and people go to sleep at around 2 a.m. on average. Right? The people who need meditation music aren't the people falling asleep easily. And those people usually sleep way later. Which is why streaming super late for me helps so many people and helps me grow too, Just be honest. It's like if I help the people in the West Coast sleep, they're starting to sleep at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. That's when they're like, man, I can't sleep. Oh, this dude's on. Oh, shoot, I fell asleep to that dude. And so that's kind of why I'm growing so much at night, because to me, I see that's where the universe needs me. Yeah. I know, it's like the universe needs you at freaking opposite time of waking people hour. Welcome to the Mystic Village. Right, I'm just here to be obedient. If you're given a blessing, but it's a difficult blessing, it's still a blessing. So I just do my part, right? And you do your part it's just, everybody does our part. Here we are. Okay, we're gonna call that microcosm drive. Microcosm guitar. Yeah, microcosm guitar, and that's just. And thank you, Gary, for your super chat. And welcome, everybody. Thank you to all the moderators. Friday is babysit, and Saturday is kind of more intimate night. It's kind of peaceful Saturday, right? Because the people causing issues, they're at the bar right now. The taco truck is still going strong. Right, I mean, street racing, the cantina. Hey, yo. Deactivate. Here. Deactivate. Shoot. The always one is always listening. You need healing too? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, yeah. You know, of course. No, it's not my keyboard. It's this. It's my iPad. I put my right. This is my mixer basically. So instead of me having it over there, I just put it right on the keyboard, and my life is more focused here with you, beautifully, with my mates. With my mates. With my mates. My mates. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, we got the microcosm guitar. We're gonna make that green. Desolate guitar. Right, that's gonna be more. Mates. My lad and laddies. If you Which tea do you prefer, blueberry or mint? None of those. Give me some matcha. But if I had to pick, blueberry. It depends. If my throat is bad, probably mint. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you have a cough, mint is dope. Yeah, this is very synthesizer. Me, if I have a cough, I just still drink green tea. You know? Everything for me, green tea. Yeah. Or they do have mint green tea for sure. Yeah. Now, if you're gonna give me mint tea, I would prefer actual mint rather than I don't know what mint they put in. You know what I mean? There's something. When you smell the mint leaf, it's like your life feels good. You know what I'm saying? Like when I smell basil, I feel my life good. Like, I'm herbaceous. The herbs. And then the other one, what, rosemary. When you smell rosemary, right? The really strong plant, you're like, dang, that is lit. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a Vipassana center all around the world by Goenka, whatever his name is. Which is interesting. Yeah, there's a free 10-day 20. You have your initiation is a free 10-day. They feed you, and then if you can do 10 days, then you can go to the rest. There's a 20-day, 30-day, 40-day, 50-day, and I think there's even a 3 to 4 day. But but to be part of it, you have to sign up for 10 days. Which is, doing it like that is it's like a guerrilla style, it's a guerrilla style spirituality, which means like, all right, let's go. It's like boot camp. It's a 10-day non-talking, and so there's a lot of hype behind it for sure, because 10-day of not. By the way, it's non-talking. Right. Sister Emily and Brother Charles went. It's a meditation, and they do teach you some things a little bit about they do some. It's Buddhist. Let's just say it, right? It's a Buddhist retreat center that they feed you vegetarian meal. You don't talk to anybody. You can't journal. All you do is just sit and be quiet. But what it does, you do a mental detox. When you sit and meditate, you can't talk to your teachers, I forgot. You can only ask about meditation questions, no phone, and just devote yourself to being in your inner temple. But of course, there's dangers to it. I think there's a percentage of people that it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. There's a percentage of people where they're not ready to 10-day isolation, and you're not prepared for. You can leave anytime, by the way. Yeah, you can leave anytime. And you meditate with other groups of people, but you don't really talk, so that's what I kind of mean. Yeah. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on declining friendships? Should you deal with a red flag and accept people for who they are? Or should you keep only the perfect friends with no toxic attributes? That's a great question, actually. Shout out to Sheep Boss. Let me just read that question again, because that's a great question. What are your thoughts on declining friendships? Should you deal with red flag and accept people for how they are? Or should you keep only the perfect friends with no toxic attributes? There is no friend who don't have any toxic attributes, first of all. Let's get that straight. There's something about everyone that you're not going to resonate with when you really get to know them, right? When you just acquaint to them, you don't know that much. But the more you know people, you're like, oh. So there's no such thing as friends who don't have, quote, toxic attributes, right? You just have to find what's harmonious, right? How, like, when I learned from the master, my teacher, when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. When somebody is always clingy, they're gonna always be clingy. But if they do change, respect. But it's rare that somebody changes because of the lack of discipline, the lack of devotion to transformation. That's why awakening and transformation is very difficult, because it's not just going to happen overnight, and most people aren't going to commit that long to transforming their life. So that's why they don't. And that's where you just love them where they are. This person is clingy, right? This person is attached to negativity and complaining about the news. That's who they are. They're not going to stop. So it's up to you how much you want to engage with people. If you know that engaging with negative people, like, we're not here to be sterile from negative people. We're here to love them where they're at. We just have to know when to stop talking to people. And when we learn to stop talking to some people, they might get pissed off, but you end up being happy because you have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, you end up getting pissed off with them for no reason. Oh yeah, it is. There is a reason. You chose to hang out with negative people, so it rubs off onto you. I can talk to negative people because I learned how to do this. And I start to feel like, oh. And sometimes the best boundary is to just stay quiet. Want to hang out with me? Want to hang out with me? Because when people love themselves, they're happy with who they are. They don't need to be clingy. That's how I pick my inner circle. Imagine being with somebody who's so needy of you all the time. It drains you. So what do? You want to be nice. You don't want to be mean. So you just kind of, from time to time, decide to talk or not talk. But the one thing we're not getting is draining each other, right? The one thing I don't let people do, but I used to let people drain me, you know why? Because I was too nice. I was so nice, I just let people drain me. And why? Because I didn't know how to say no. So I had to learn, and my teacher taught me how to say no, to protect your peace, protect your energy. And it will hurt. And the thing is, when you're a great individual, people really want to hang out with you so bad. And you're like this. No, thank you. I still love you though. It's not that you hate them, it's just you understand how they are. They are who they are. You love them where they are. They want to try to change you. You are who you are. That's why I can't hang out with people. But it's not, that's why I just be myself. Some people that come to this community don't like what I'm doing. And that's completely fine. But I'm not going to change to be a people pleaser, because if I keep pleasing people, I lose myself slowly every day, every freaking day. Why? Because I'm out here trying to kiss butt, making sure everyone's happy, and it's impossible to make everyone happy. But you can do it with yourself. You can make you happy, and that's all that we can really do. haters gonna hate. Two swans kissing, yin and yang. Right, the yang says, yo. The yin says, yay. Sometimes you gotta bring the yo. And sometimes you go, what's up? You just have to know when to use what. If somebody's right, when you're peaceful and somebody's like, keep it, hang out with me, love me. Like, yo. You gotta bring the yang out. Right. But when somebody's scared, you're gonna, right, you wanna be more calm. So you have to learn how energy works with the intention of helping people. That's why you can't teach people it's hard to teach people who don't have a purity in their intention. Because why? Sometimes they're nice to you because they're trying to get you to buy their package. They're trying to get you to come to their workshop. They're trying to sell some damn tickets. They're trying to sell crystals. They're trying to get you to get a card reading from them. So that's the sad part about healers nowadays. It's not pure anymore because that's just how people practice, right? The intention, it gets so corrupted because there's so many strings attached. That's why people hate salespeople, right? Because they just do anything to get you to buy and lose integrity, because that's what creates sales. But there are great salespeople who are authentic and they're so smooth because they're smooth with understanding how to be authentic and not be so aggressive. Right, which is why there's like sleazy car salesmen, and then there's one that make you feel comfortable, and those people, they get the word of mouth clients over and over because they do the right thing while the rest are just trying to get the number one sale in the company. So that's why finding good people in even like a mechanic, in any field, finding the genuine people, it takes time because many people just want the bag and go to happy hour. You know what I'm saying? Get the bag, pay the bill, live your life. But the integrity, authenticity part can oftentimes be missing, which is a huge key in success in building your life, your brand, your company, your community, your family. Welcome, Unicorn. I remember the master, my teacher, he's like, whenever somebody tries to come, the manipulators try to come get him, he looks for the exit. There's the exit, right? If they come this way, you don't like it, there's always, right? When people come in here and they're rude, and they're really rude, we have 2 click right there, right? We see their name, we click a button one time, the second button is called block account or timeout, right? That's our exit button. But before that, we want to invite people to say, hey, what's up? Because we're here to be a good neighbor. But some people be tripping. By the way, I'm going to get off at 2 today, okay? 2 a.m. because I got HTX meditation. I realize I'm too tired showing up, so I need to make an effort to take care of my health. It just, I like to ramble everything, like 10 hours, let's go. Then I show up, I'm like, I am tired as hell from last night. So I gotta do my best to love my damn self. So thank you for being here. Here's the guitar I more prefer. HTX meditation is a free sound healing experience here in Houston that me and many brothers and sisters help facilitate locally. And so it's a free sound bath meditation every Sunday, which has a high attendance. At this point, when it rains, 30 people still show up when it rains. I'm like, y'all still out here? Right. But of course, if it rains really bad, there's still 10 people showing up. I'm like, y'all still out? But when the weather is really good, it's 150 people plus. And it's we're on meetup.com, HTX meditation. We're on, I don't even promote it other than Meetup and Eventbrite. And it's a free sound bath meditation that's high quality under a tree. And so this Sunday is Evie's birthday, so sadly Sister Emily and Charles are sick with the COVID, right? But they feel better, so yeah. I think she took the whole week off work, or maybe just work from home. Brother Charles already works from home, but just low energy. That's why I make sure I take care of my health really well, because if I'm sick for 3 days, somebody's going to be like, where is he? Watch the rerun if I'm not here, if you need to. Like, you don't have to... Stop looking for me if I'm not on, okay? If I'm on, it'll be clear. I know some of y'all will just sit there and refresh. Not there, okay? Right, there's other sound healing that you can go to. Yeah, no, the thing is, you don't have to support finance. You can support this community just by being a good person and being welcoming to the people. You know what I mean? It's not about money. It's about love, right? Right now, maybe... Don't be late. Because now that I stream till 5 a.m., well, my goal is to stream till 10 a.m., to be honest, which I think y'all already know. So my energy is going to shift and change. And if I was sick for a month, no one would come looking. Well, here's the thing. This is what the Buddha said. If you never help anybody when you need help, no one will help you. Help people is a good thing because when you need it, it's gonna come. Right? That's why I'm so grateful for everything that's happened. Like everything that's around me, everything, it happened because I help people. Right? That's what that's what fuels my life. Helping others. It gets me to wake up. It gets me to sit here cross-legged for 6 hours and is willing to do 10 hours. Because why? Helping people feels incredible. Being a... yeah. Right. And like, you don't have to support financially, but being a good person in the chat and like saying hi to people, being welcoming, that's a great way to make the community feel love by saying hi. COVID isn't real. I mean, whatever it is, right? They got something, whatever you know, whatever you want to call it. It's the effect rather than the label. Yeah. Welcome, Judy. Right, so that's why I always remember, you know, that we're blessed to be here together, and right, for me to get this far, like Brother Huma invested in the PC, that allowed me to push the music, my musicality to this level, because the computer couldn't even handle this unless you actually have a dope computer. So that's why everybody does their part, right? On Twitch, they're the one who help get you the dope video camera. They're the one who help invest in the loop station that we're using, the microphones, right? That's Twitch people. So that's why I continue to do my part, you know, because so many people just like keep going. And I don't, there's no giving up at this point. We're going all the way. So, brothers and sisters. And then before the online, right, when I used to be so broke, my friends used to just give me check. Like, oh, you're so broke, here's a $300 check. Or some people just, here, you help me feel joy. And then they just give me money because I helped them. I didn't ask for it. Then I'm like, man, if these people believe in me that much, why don't I just go all the way? And this is like from that realization, this is basically, what, 6-7 years later. Yeah. Yeah, because I was at one point I was trying to make money being a massage therapist and a wedding videographer, and the universe just kept pushing me towards this path of music and teaching about love and happiness. And it's really difficult, you know. I'm not using Buddhism as a vehicle. I'm not using religion, but I'm using loving vibration as a vehicle and wisdom, which, you know, is what people need, loving vibration. What the internet taught me is how to respect religious people who are rude. I didn't know how to deal with religious people who are very aggressive, but when you stream for a lot, you learn how to have compassion and unite people. That's why you hear me, hey, if you're gonna, you know, there's nothing, if you're gonna promote Christianity, just don't spam it. Just a couple is fine. Right? If you're gonna promote something, there's nothing wrong with it. Just don't spam, right? Or proselytize or whatever. I don't mind it, because you know why? Because Christianity is spiritual, right? That's a spiritual practice. Same thing with, you know, Reiki. Same thing with any other religious practice is also spiritual. That's why I surrender and learn to love all people, because that's what works for people. As long as it's authentic, and you can recognize when something is authentic or not, or somebody trying to troll. You know? Welcome, Rio. We got Tracy, Spellcraft. Like people who are pagan, like do your pagan, you know. Do your paganism. It's more about the loving intention, positive intention. But if you start to be negative, we'll just have to like, hey, yo, you tripping? What shoe? You tripping? Like, right, we're like, when somebody's, you know, acting up a little bit, we give people some chances, you know. And they're like, here, you just chill. Just, you know, silence is really good for people to chill. Do you ever feel worn out? Of course. That's why I sleep. That's why I sleep and work out. Right? Sleeping good and working out good, working out your heart, eating good. Lately I've been forgetting to eat, so my energy's been kind of... Oh, I do eat, but I don't eat enough sometimes because I'm trying to, you know... Honestly, eating isn't a priority as much. I'm like, okay, I have to eat. I'll eat when I can. It's intense, right? Whenever you're cultivating something deep. How are your legs? My legs are a lot better than before. Remember, my legs were very messed up from going on that marathon. Whatever, I ran a 5K with my wife, and my legs burned for like months. I think it was 3 months. I thought I was going to be done with 1 month. The universe says, no. You said you want a full lotus, right? Remember? I'm on a full lotus every day. And then the universe says, oh, are you? Which means I don't need to full lotus every day. So now I don't. I just do it when it's appropriate. Right? But that's a great lesson, right? Because why? It's not good for your health to full lotus too much. At the end of the day, it's really... Yeah, it's a 5K, not a marathon. Yeah. Now, if I'm doing the tumo, right, it's appropriate. Or if I'm in a leadership position where I'm facilitating something and the energy is so ungrounded, I'll just sit like this. And when people stare at you and they see you solid, they get calm too. It's like a holding space for the peace. Which is what I do every Sunday at the park, by the way. I'm aware that on Sunday, people just be staring at me the whole time sometimes because that's their meditation. Stare at that guy play flute. Because they're looking at how we make music. Yeah. Right, they're looking at how we communicate. It boggles people's mind that we don't talk to each other. We just kind of make eye contact and I point this and I look around and then it's like, so they just take, it's not just me, they do look at the group a lot because we're a performance art group that's meditative, and some people don't know how to meditate, so they'll just watch us create the music. Speaking of music, oh, thank you, Queen of Divine Light. Thank you for coming by. I think Amanda left too. Thank you, Amanda. Grateful that we can have like a positive energy in the community. Wherever I go, I make sure it's genuine positive energy, not spiritual people acting spiritual. If I see it, I'm like, I just go home. Nah, I'm like, we not collaborating. Okay, goodbye. For real. I'm really clear about who I will collaborate or not with, because I've collaborated with people who drained me before many times. Right? Because if the practitioners are drained, what do you think the audience is experiencing? Instead of healing, you just open a black hole. So it becomes chaotic because the energy of the practitioners are disconnected. I've seen it too many times. One time, a storm happened and it held on us for like 1 hour. We had to hold the tents down, and I knew I would never collaborate with these people again. And Evie was under the tent crying. I'm like, I knew, because I want to be humble. I want to collaborate with people that my intuition says don't collaborate with these people, right? Because I'm trying to be heartfelt, right? But when you collaborate with when you're not meant to cross path with somebody and you do it, ding, all our equipment got wet, and the only thing that died was a recorder, right? Every single thing got wet. We were holding the tent down, thunder, crying, hailstorm. Wow. Unforgettable times. And we have video of it too. I recorded the whole thing. But I'll never release it because it's not good energy. Well, I might have deleted already, but I'm not. Or I don't want to share negative. I don't want to share the wrong thing to people. I'm just sharing with you. That's why I'm very selective of who I collab with, because I see because when you're super committed and serious and humble, and then you cross path with people who are just more spiritual, they're like committed to spiritual business, and it cross path. Like it's like two energies colliding. Instead of harmony, it fights. So that's why I only collaborate with people who are on the same page, humble, practicing, and committed, right? Let's go to some. hope you feel some positive energy from that. Thank you, Rob. The mechanic was somewhere. I got Michael. What did you feel from that sound healing experience? If you're new here, we are a sound healing community, which you can see we do some flutes and all these things. How about peace, love, relaxation, positivity? Thank you, Ito. You know, people always, there's going to be some negative people, but we don't focus too much on negativity in here, but it happens. So, no problem. It's just when we're constantly peaceful, sometimes it attracts the darkness, you know. The light is always going to attract the dark, and the darkness always attract the light. But before that happens, sometimes the darkness attract more darkness, you know what I'm saying? Can you play an A flute? Like a Native American flute? Are you talking about bass flute, or do you want a mid-tone? Some people only see a deep light at the end of the tunnel, but we get to see the light in the moment. Oh, well, we have a bunch of A flutes. Midtones. Egyptian or Native American are we talking about here? Or Japanese? We actually have a Japanese in A too. Oh, shout out to Leah Mo's son who turned 5 today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay, somebody requests. Here's an A Native American flute, more mid-tone. Here's one I haven't played in a while because it's 440 hertz, but it's a great flute still. You know, I always try to be humble when I tell people. I know that whenever I'm playing, a lot of people go out and buy flutes. And I do make it look easy. You know, I'm not saying that to ego myself, but to just let you know, it's not like when you buy, it sounds good because I just pick it up and it sounds great, but I play every day. That's why it sounds great. So if you're planning to sound good on a flute, it requires a lot of practice, right? Actually, the smaller the flute, the harder it is because it requires more technique, right? Because with no reverberation, right, that requires a lot of eventually you can control the speed, right? And then the other difficult part is to make it sound interesting and good. Making it sound good is one thing, but keeping the audience engaged and not just keep doing the same, right? Which is fine if you're doing more meditation, but even in meditation, if you sound boring, people's mind will start thinking because what you're doing doesn't connect to their heart, right? So sometimes you can depend on the reverb, right? And that's why whenever I play something like the triple drone, I make it look easy also. I'm aware that's why I always, I always remind people I make it look easy because, right, my facial, like the way I play it, it just... But the technique behind it, if you listen to the airflow, there's so much air involved in making it continuous and over and over and over. And but it's possible. That's why I say if you want to get a difficult flute, choose a flute that you like the sound, and then you'll practice, right? That's why I say, people ask me all the time, what kind of flute should I buy? Buy the flute that you feel you love the tone, because you can practice any flute and get better. All right. And so that's the key. Pick a flute that you enjoy. And oh yeah, Minecraft. There's a game called Minecraft, and they use the handpan instrument as a background audio. Yeah, so that's why people say it's handpan. So with a triple drone, right? This is one flute, right? So this is basically 3 flutes in one. So the technique of it is just getting good sound is already difficult. You have to know when to switch between droning, non-droning, and triple droning. And that's what makes it so uniquely beautiful, because when you're able to learn how to choose which one to play, the double or the triple, the execution part is like people will just blank out. Their brains just blank out because they've never heard something like that. And this is 3D printed material, right? Plastic. So imagine eventually I'll get triple drone in every key in the future. But the best sounding triple drone that we have in here is actually right, this. I don't even play this that much. I might. Right, I'm trying to get a new sound pack, so I might let this go on Facebook. because the design is perfect. I have a larger one here, which is triple drone in a key of D, but it doesn't sound as good because it needs to be more compressed in the sound. Does the sound differ or better based on the flute is made with? That's depending on your standard of how flutes should sound and what you can afford. The better the flute, the better it sounds, but not always. That's all. Yeah. Thank you, Roach Dog Jr. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you for all the gifting, by the way. Thank you so much. Ito, Iliana, Zach, Sylvia. Hey, welcome. John Lai was so right. Yeah, we're going till 2 a.m. today. This one is a bit more raspy than I enjoy, so I just reduced the highs a little bit here. The one before was an E minor. This is a D minor. Do you notice that tonal quality right there? It's a little bit too flat sounding. Right. But when you hear a wooden flute, you're like, damn, I can't go back now. And that's what happened. So I started with 3D printed and moved towards bamboo flutes. Yeah. No, I bought this from PYN Flutes, Brother Reza. And we also send flutes out. I have 3 flutes to send out to people. You know, so, this is wooden flute. To be specific, this is a bamboo flute. Hardened bamboo. You hear the difference? This is around like $120, but if you buy this one in a wooden version, it would be like $800 to $1,000 if you can even find one that low. Hell no, not yet. You know, I'm not at that. My bank account is not at that range. You know what I'm saying? Like, God. But I'll take this one for like $150, but it takes 6 months to make. Or 3. Thank you, John Lai. Nice to see you, brother. Glad to see you hanging out, enjoying a little sound healing experience. That's what we do in here. And everything kind of just supports this vibe, right? All the piano and stuff. This is here to support. You know. Which is a assisted piano. I don't really play piano. I just know how to use a MIDI controller to choose the chord. If you have small hands, it will hurt your hand for sure. Yeah. Now, if you're gonna here. Just because you donate doesn't mean you can be disrespectful around here, okay? Don't be tripping. Some people, they donate to you to treat you like crap. You have to have boundaries with these people. Don't let people's money lower your boundaries. But I'm used to it. You know why? On the weekends, people are drunk. You know what I mean? Some people, the only reason they act like that because they're just drunk, and they're online. They want to be somewhere positive, but they don't know how to behave. You know. Welcome to the internet. Yeah, because people don't act like that unless they're effed up. And usually on the weekends, we have the most drunk people. And it's heading almost, you know. I try to be genuine, authentic. It's just some, and the thing is, I've been streaming for 6 years. How long now? 6 years. And so I'm used to people. Some people will subscribe to you and treat you like crap. At first, I didn't know how to deal with it. Man, they bless me. But if they bless you to enable abuse, hell no. No more. Like, hell no. Anyways. I'm just glad I'm not, if I was not guided by principles and values, who knows? A lot of people get abused because people throw money at them. Sad. How do you multi-stream to so many platforms? OBS. Using stream elements, yeah. Welcome Sharika Shirar. If y'all not trying, so there's this app called, it's a plugin for OBS called Stream Elements, which allows you to multi-stream for absolutely free. So that's why I don't subscribe to Restream.io anymore, because there's free. So I use that money on other stuff like editing, AutoCut order. I don't even use AutoCut anymore as much. Why? Because I'm streaming, live streaming. And if you're a musician that live stream, you need to try TikTok if you're ready to deal with the traffic. It's scary at first because there is a lot of noise that you have to deal with. On YouTube vertical and on TikTok, it's the most difficult place to stream if you're not ready to deal with people tripping out, being weird, and learning how to keep it peaceful without making it, lots of politic or whatever. But it happens. Thank you so much, Fanny Fan. Thank you so much for your blessings. So that's why one rule in here, we don't do politics and anything that kind of stresses people out. But they can do the politics anywhere else, It's not that we hate it, it's just in here we keep it relaxing and pure. Nothing wrong with being weird. Just don't cross no boundaries, what I'm saying? If you cross the boundaries, like, we escape that here, yeah, exactly. So as you grow a community, then you have great moderators who help you so much. That's why I'm always grateful for moderators, because there is a lot of pressure on moderators because people be tripping some days. Like, what the we're just trying to relax and they're coming in here tripping. So, gotta be patient. A little. Can you do a guided meditation while playing? I used to do guided meditations, but I graduate, humbly speaking, whenever you get good at helping people meditate, you just do this. And everyone naturally does it if you're... So I just play music or play the singing bowl, right? Got 20 singing bowls around. I just do this. Don't have to say a word. Before I used to be, more traditional. Then I realized people understand how to meditate. They just need a good container to meditate, And so my goal is to be a good container for you to feel relaxed enough to let go and relax and breathe. You know? And playing soothing music and background ambience and composing Native American flute vibes and exploring different types of music gets people to be more interested in relaxing. And so that's kind of what we do here. Lately, the energy has been a little bit more lit because it's Saturday. I've been seeing a lot of car accidents today, so I'm aware people are not present. I saw a lot of drunk driving. Today, I saw a car at the red light, parked with nobody in it, brand new car. I'm like, it was just parked there at the red light, new car. But we kind of in the border of the hood type area. So my wife was like, it's getting a bit ghetto around here. Like, shoot, it's been ghetto. No, it's not. It's not self-driving. It was nobody driving. Yeah. If it's right, there's a red light here that has so many accidents. When the light turns green, I just don't press gas. You know what I mean? I'm like, I've seen so many accidents at some lights. I just know, don't gas it. Wait, go. That's how bad it is in some corners. Why? No teachers, no good mentors in their life. That's all. When we have good community, we help each other be happy and also not abuse alcohol and stuff. Because when you're happy, you don't need to go wild on, right? You're either sober or you know how to be, what do you call it, responsible. I had a friend who told me that he could drink a 12-pack. I'm like, are you showing off? Or, that's terrible, by the way. More like an acquaintance. And like, you could drink a 12-pack? As you know, cerveza's way. I gotta give it to him. I mean, that's a professional. Like, I could drink a 12-pack, like, though. Oh, thank you, Sharika. Thank you so much. Oh, Cece's leaving. 12-pack is nothing. If anything, it keeps you from getting to. They got jokes tonight. I don't get how people flex drinking. Yeah. The thing is, a lot of people do, right? Let me out drink you. Let me out smoke you. Let me outdo you. For what? So the ego can feel good. I can drink this whole bottle of tequila. I can drink too. I'm like, why would y'all want to? All right, it's about like, yo, I could. And when they get, and I just hope these people never challenge each other to a drink off, because damn, sorry for their liver. Let me just pray for their liver. Like, damn. I guess they don't think about the liver. They just kind of don't think. Yes, I used to have those kind of days. Don't think about what you put in your body. Just get lit. Just get lit. Right. I mean, back then I used to buy people lots of drinks. I would buy people drinks so much. You have people coming to ask me to buy them a drink. I'm like, and I didn't have good boundaries, so I just was known to buy people drinks all the time. So sobriety is much more of a flex to me. Drinking is easy. I think I see it differently. I think responsibility, right? Because you can be sober and miserable. Golly. You could be sober and miserable. That's the sad part. You can be vegan and miserable. Yes, you're not hurting no animals, but shoot, you tripping. And of course, the opposite can be true. Also, the whole key is relaxation and happiness that's genuine. The key is, are you genuinely happy, right? You could do anything, but Sister Jill takes care of the Mystic Village merch. I think she was currently out of town, so you can also private message her what you would like, and she could make it happen, because it's in-house made, right? We don't outsource the t-shirts, and it's all to support the community, right? Like all the money that goes to t-shirt making just goes back to t-shirt making. So that's more of a spiritual practice, creativity. And so if you have an idea for her about a zippered shirt, then you can just message her. Yeah. Right. And Sister Jill, like we met, Jill and Sean are a couple from Illinois that I mentored online on Twitch for years, and eventually they were so inspired that they moved to Houston, Texas, and now live about an hour away and helps every Sunday. They actually have a tattoo, love LYDS, and then they showed up randomly on a Sunday, and I'm like, who are y'all? Hey, right. And now they're here, and their daughter Evie's birthday just passed, and she's the one that made. So everything is community focused here, and so grateful for Jill, Sean, Evie, very great family, great people. And same thing with Emily and Charles, right? I mean, they sold their house, bought a camper, and now is here. Imagine. Because they were not happy with the life that they lived. Why? Because the life that they were living was high stress and misery. Even though he got paid 6 figures, he was miserable. But when he found the spiritual path, it freed him from the misery of his daily corporate job in a pharmaceutical corporate company. And so now he has a lot better balance and plays the handpan. So shout out. He plays the handpan and other singing bowl instruments, the gong. And then Jill makes t-shirts and walks around with the chimes and help with the children. So if any children comes to the park, every day help every Sunday at the park, that they can. So she takes care of the children. So the children can play Legos and the adults lay down. So she's like the kids' corner, And she also makes muffins every Sunday. Yeah. Right, she makes muffin for the community, and so it's a great thing. That's why I'm more focused on community rather than profit, because the feeling, it's so pure, and I think the world is missing that kind of purity sometimes, because just so much, looking good in front of people and making money, we're missing just pure love. Or worried about the brand, or Sean at one point was so stressed out that his body started shutting down. But then I started mentoring the community. I taught meditation more intensely because that's what they wanted. And sometimes I'll teach people different breathing techniques. But now I got to the point where I don't need to teach it. Y'all naturally learn just through watching what I'm doing, which is just this. Or sometimes I cue people on how to breathe. And y'all just naturally learn, and then people fall asleep. And as we get later in the night, I start doing more Tibetan singing bowls, but not on Saturday. Right, so about 2 a.m. I'll bring out more meditative experience like this. And what helps people relax too is having this tuner on screen so they can see. Right? So it's a huge part of people's relaxation. I guess I'm kind of off the center. There we go. It's cool to see the frequency, so this is a visual audio. And so when I start doing this stuff, a ton of people start coming in, and so I don't talk for an hour or 90 minutes. I just sit here. But of course, the thing that really helps people is the bass one. Right. This is the dopeness from the Tibetan bowls here. But of course, whenever it's that time, I have a different setup. I have other microphones here. 2 microphones so that I could be focused on the bowl here, and so when people hear me breathing, a lot of people also breathe. We all breathe together without me needing, right? I just go. All of a sudden, everyone's asleep within 20 minutes. I just don't do it today because tomorrow we have a local sound bath, and I've been too tired every Sunday, so I realized I need to sleep earlier Saturday so I could perform better Sunday. And then Sunday night, we're back at this again. So, and my goal is, I currently stream 5 to 6 hours, but my goal is to push it to 10, which is fine. I just have to, stretch like when I'm sitting here, I'll be stretching myself. So some of y'all will go to sleep and wake up and I'll still be on the stream, like. What though? To keep my body healthy, I'll stretch. I'll put one leg out here so that I don't suffer so much. Because you can suffering a little bit's not bad. Suffering medium's not bad, but as long as you can relieve the suffering, right? Because in life, that's called growing pains. It's not supposed to be easy all the damn time. This is just, everyone's challenge is different. Some people are challenged with stress. Some people are more physical, and some people have all of it because you're living a life that's not good for you. So change your damn life if everything's suffering. Like, damn, shoot, change something if you're suffering that bad. Do you prioritize your own oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, the thing is, when I'm on stream with you, I am relaxed as hell. You know why? Imagine you hear the vibration. I'm next to the bowl, right? I'm feeling it. So I'm so relaxed. I feel the nerves in my face pulsing, like. So sometimes I gotta wake my body up, drink some tea, right? That's why I have tea, right? It helps you stay focused, but not so like sharply focused. And so but of course the tea that I drink is ceremonial matcha, which has a lot of L-theanine, which helps you focus and keeps you calm at the same time. 10 hours is crazy. I mean, some monks in the temple, they try to not sleep at all and meditate as much as possible. Represent. Represent. You gotta show up for your represent. But to keep myself healthy, I make sure I exercise, yeah. I make sure, like, I've been getting on that bicycle at the gym and just going for 45 minutes, making sure I sweat, get my heart rate up, make sure at least it's going to 140 or 150 BPM, and then maybe 160 is probably the goal, you know? Because I sit all day, so I need to at least, like, move my body. And that's kind of been great. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just explaining to you because I'm about to leave in 20 minutes. And of course I try to be, welcome Sister Shell, nice to see you. What is this show about? It's about loving yourself and actually being happy with your life and a more practical approach to happiness. You know, that's it. How to actually reduce your depression. But we use music to do it, right? We have deep conversations quite often, but sometimes we need to be quiet too. So that's why we have. And all the music we make in here is 432 hertz, if that matters to you. Sometimes I play a flute that's not 432, but I mean, it's kind of crazy to say that most of the music we make in here is 432 because, yeah, I didn't expect that to be possible until it did. Which helps to calm people, right? So here's 432. Here's 440. Don't listen to how it sounds, but how it makes you feel. This is the key with the frequencies. Back to 432. Happy birthday. 432 here. .432 and 440 is like so close to each other, but what I noticed from 432, it helps you to feel more grounded, which is why it's called the earth resonance, right? And it's not that the frequency that I'm playing is 432, it's the container, right? All of these, the scale that we're using. Do you have any magic mushrooms? No. You have to go to Super Mario. The higher is more calming, yeah. 440 is not like a bad scale. It's just more. It's more head. It's just more focused. It's more in this area that you feel it. Do you notice the difference? Happy birthday to user 860. Hope you have a wonderful, joyful birthday today. Here's 432. Happy birthday to 860993651 person. And I do have flutes that are 440 and 432, but it's kind of hard to come. Okay, I guess this is kind of... So this is a 440 hertz Native American flute. Here's 432. The difference between 432 and 440 is like 31 cents difference, right? That's when you see on screen. And according to the moisture and temperature, the flutes can expand or contract also. The harder wood is harder to expand or contract because it's hard wood. Bamboo expands a lot more. And if the flute is slightly out of... The thing is, it's not playing exactly on tune. It doesn't really matter. Right? For example, if I'm playing... If I just blow a little harder, so lower the volume. Even though this is 440, but whenever you're making music, you don't want to sit there and think, is this 440 sounding? You just want to play from your heart and get a good tone, unless you're like playing concert, you know. Can you play B flat majors? No, I can't. B flat major 7. Because I don't know how to play the I just play random stuff. I'm not a pianist. I just make sound healing music. You know what I mean? So for example, I could play B flat major by selecting the scale, right? B flat major. Or if it's F. With F on I don't even know what that means. with F on top. This? Okay. Which would be what? Okay, follow your bliss. And also, sister, you can go to the horizontal version of the chat. It's a lot more quieter, sister. You're on literally the most the most fire chat in all of my live streams, which is YouTube vertical. It's the most like fire energy for sure. Could you play something from samurai era? Oh, yeah. We could do a Japanese scale just by switching this button to Japanese. And here's how it sounds. If you have a lot of fire, you need to be in a water environment to keep yourself centered. Fire and fire creates more fire. But it's up to you. You're welcome to burn out. That's what I tell people. You know, if you feel any negativity, the best thing to do is focus on the opposite, positivity. But when we overthink, oftentimes what do we keep doing? We keep overthinking. Yeah. Like, well, why don't we do the opposite? Less thinking. Many people know how to think, but they don't know how to not think, which is a huge issue because we use our minds all day, and oftentimes we don't know how to give it a break. So we end up smoking and drinking and watching anime all day to cope with our own minds because we don't know how to chill the F out. Timu Buddha. Oh, thank you. Shoot, that's still a compliment. I'll take Timu Buddha. Shoot. but happiness is just enough. Then we have another harp, which is the Irish harp. This one is a lot more authentic, like it sounds a lot better with the Japanese scale. And you can do the plucking. When I pay attention to the people, to our Scorpio, their energy is more fire. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because in the moment is what really matters. Right, because whenever you learn to own your emotion, it doesn't matter what sign you are. Because the emotion only affects your mind. But whenever you learn to center yourself, right, you learn to be above your human reaction and the day you were born in astrology, which is really difficult, you know, if you don't have discipline. You are who walked up to me and you said, you just go back from some trip. Oh, welcome. 2 years ago? It's possible, a medicine for the people, or I walked up to you. You are who walked up to me. Honestly, it's rare that I would walk up to anybody and tell them that at all. Right, because what we do at Menil Park is we facilitate a sound healing meditation at the park. So but we do go to medicine for the people, yeah. It probably was medicine for the people, yeah. Which we are going in September, medicine for the people. So if you're hanging around Menil Park, a lot of people at Menil Park actually go to medicine for the people, a spiritual gathering in Houston, outside of Austin, Texas, yeah. It's called, do you visit other states too? Not yet, but if I'm meant to, I will. Ooh. I think that technique works. Right, because just doing this, that I can't sell that, right? It just, but if I just well, thank you so much for hanging out. Looks like today is a bit more energy. So I hope you stay grounded, brothers, sisters. I wouldn't get into, I wouldn't focus on getting fired up in the comment sections over anything. Conserve your energy for love, peace, and joy. And right, focus on the things that make your life better, not worse. And so thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for choosing to be here on a Saturday night or Sunday. Well, I guess it's kind of Sunday already, on Sunday night. So thank you. I hope you had a good birthday. And thank you, Alan, Michael. Thank you to all the moderators. I know it's been it's been challenging, but welcome to the Mystic Village team. Here we go, 3 ohms. Please love your damn self. สวัสดีครับ I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Thank you, Rio. I will be live streaming tomorrow on TikTok at the park in Houston, Texas at around 1:30 p.m. So if you're trying to watch, you gotta be on TikTok because I can't multi-stream from my phone. So we'll be outdoors, and it's gonna be Evie's birthday party. So I got her a little gift, which is like, it's like a white sphere that you can paint on, and it glows in the dark. So it could be her night light. So I know she likes arts and craft, and I wanted the arts and craft to be more useful. So it's a night light / art piece, and you could repaint on it. So thank you, Sedated Cycle. Thank you, Bella. And I hope you have a wonderful night and day and life. The end. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.